Greetings, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to another video. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you're all enjoying this beautiful Wednesday. I have a very interesting story here for you, my people. We see where Raymond Reefer and the Barbados Cricket Association, they are gearing up to go all the way in terms of legal battle against CWI. Yes, my people, it's a very interesting article here. It's pretty long, but I'm going to spend the time and read it, right? And I will be looking to see what you all have to say on this one in the comment section. So just bear with me as I read through, right? So on the Sportsmax website, the headline says, Reefer's attorneys challenge CWI charges and slam the treatment of the Barbados skipper. The article starts and it says, the attorneys at law representing embattled Barbados Pride captain Raymond Reefer have written to Cricket West Indies urging them to withdraw the charges against him on the grounds that he cannot now get a fair and impartial hearing, right? And I guess this all has to do with something that Miles Bascom came out and said. We will get to it. In a letter addressed to CWI's acting chief executive officer, dated on December 6, 2024, attorney Philip Nichols, who in association with King's Counsel, Sir Patterson Cheltenham, is acting on behalf of Reefer and the Barbados Cricket Association, they raised serious concerns regarding the manner in which Reefer had been treated by CWI. Right? Reefer, along with Jamaica Scorpions captain John Campbell, were handed level 3 charges for their roles in last month's CG United Super 50 final that was forfeited after they failed to be present for the toss. In a statement released by CWI on Friday, it was announced that Campbell had been given a reduced format suspension after accepting the charges. At the time, CWI's Director of Cricket, Miles Bascom, said Reefer had not yet responded to the charges. He said if Reefer did not respond, the matter would be dealt with by the disciplinary committee. All right, let's see what the lawyers say now. And in quotation, in your release, you again not so much as imply, but state outright that Mr. Reefer has not responded to the charge leveled against him, which was the same charge to which Campbell has been sanctioned for. This is not correct. End quote. Let's go down the night some more now, and I quote again. In fact, given the additional comments attributed to your director of cricket on the matter, a reasonable reader of your press release, which appeared shortly after release on social media, including Facebook and a number of cricket sites on the internet, right, would conclude that soon as you can get your hands on Mr. Reefer, a same or worse fate would be befall him, in terms of him picking up the same charge that John Campbell got or worse, right? Additionally, Nichols argued that CWI only gave Reefer 12 hours to respond to the charge that was laid on November 24 at around 11 on November 24 around 11 hours, right? Which only came to his attention on his return from Trinidad that morning, and he was leaving the island the next day. He said, in so doing, CWI denied Reefer the opportunity to consult with BCA, that's Barbados Cricket Association, or seek legal advice prior to response within the time demanded. Nichols further took issue with the fact that while the charge against Reefer and Campbell had a recommended penalty of a ban for 7 matches, the final sanction imposed on Campbell was a result of a plea agreement negotiated between CWI and the West Indies Players Association. So this is the lawyer again in quotation. My clients are naturally disappointed that you not only have seen it fit to impose a sanction on Mr. Campbell, but especially to announce it publicly, knowing well that Mr. Reefer is contesting the validity of the charge, in quote for now. So they are saying that Reefer is contesting the validity of the charge, so they should not have gone out in public and announced it, because, you know, once they do that, people would expect that Reefer would, you know, face the same fate that Campbell did faced. And according to them, once that goes out like that, then Reefer will probably not be able to get a fair and impartial trial, is what they are saying, right? All right, let me go down in that some more. What is worse is that the comments of Mr. Bascom would now make that reasonable person concluded that Mr. Reefer awaits at least the same fate, but in all probability a lengthier ban. Despite the fact that in charge, he has advised that he is entitled to hearing if he disputes the charge or the charges, right? In light of this clear prejudice against a fair and impartial, in light of this clear prejudice against a fair and impartial hearing for my client, once again I call for the charge against Mr. Reefer to be withdrawn for the grounds outlined in my letter to you on December 3, which is saying that, you know, he won't be able to get a fair trial because Bascom them come out and say certain things, right? This is him again, and I quote, "I am sure that your attorneys will advise that even if there was no response, right, the only two options presented to Mr. Reefer of guilty or not, the correct and sensible act would be to summon him to a hearing, and not that he has pleaded not guilty." So they are saying that because Reefer didn't respond in a timely manner, CWI are probably taking it that he has pleaded guilty. The attorney is saying nothing like that. Nothing no go so. I tell you, my viewers and subscribers, there's always something going on when it comes on to West Indies cricket. Always something going on. And I don't know if you guys remember that a meeting that they had going on the other day, you know, Barbados Cricket Association didn't turn up, right? That they are one of, you know, I think it was Barbados and the Guyana Cricket Board, right? They didn't turn up to the meeting. So you know, you can see, say, boy, some sort of tension is there. Some sort of tension is there, and we really and truly don't like that, my viewers and subscribers, because when we look into it, what we are trying to do is to make sure that, you know, our cricket is, you know, we are getting the best from all angles. So when the guys that are wearing the suit and the ties can't get their act together, it's really tough. But, you know, we shall see what's gonna come out of this. I mean, Campbell, he didn't contest it, you know, he just pleaded guilty, and once he entered that plea, you know, we see where it go. But I tell you, the Barbados Cricket Association, they are not taking it as simple as how the JCA, that's the Jamaica Cricket Association, took it, right? They are defending Raymond Reefer right to the wire. But we're going to look and see my viewers and subscribers, because at the end of the day, you know, we want to know that CWI, they are the governing body, so we want to know that, you know, they are getting along with the local bodies around the region, you know. We don't want the whole heap of problem and cash and them thing there. But anyway, we'll leave it right here. So for now, my people, big up on yourself and stay safe. Bless up.